I used to be the queen of mental spirals. So if you have mental spirals, you need to listen to this video because you're going to see how they are a superpower when you learn how to leverage them, when you learn how to honestly and powerfully utilize your mental energy. You are going to see your life massively shift. Mental spirals lead to disappointment, and often disappointment leads to discouragement, which leads to not taking action. And this stalls all progress. Let's dive in. My name is Jenna, and I'm all about changing the mental wiring behind what it is that you do. I'm not telling you how or what to do. I'm telling you what needs to change so that you can do it with ease. I want to make sure that you get what it is that you want without resistance every single time. We are changing who you are at your core, the way that your mind predicts, explains, understands what's happening for you so that you can create empowering meanings, empowering actions that actually lead you to what it is that you want. So every single one of my videos, I talk about your default program because this is the wiring that I have found to transform my entire life, which is what I want for you. I was anxious. I wasn't getting ahead. I was not in love with my body. I didn't have great finances. I didn't have great friends. My relationships we're not going to talk about it. And if you have any of these that you would like to improve, you're in the right place. I'm leading you right to your breakthrough because I don't just understand you. I was you. I'm right where you are. I'm just a few steps ahead. So if you understand that you have something that you desire, you keep sabotaging, these things keep coming up, you keep feeling anxious, doubtful, overwhelmed, frustrated, then it's important you understand you haven't completely shifted your default identity, your default program, and your old default program is still running the show. And that's why things aren't happening. So with a mental spiral, that is case in point that you have a default program that's like wired for catastrophe, not on purpose, not your intention, but it is what happens, especially if you have overthinking mind. Mine was overthinking, so if anything went wrong, my first case scenario was like, well, it's just never going to work. And then I would just stop doing whatever I was doing and just decide that, yeah, life doesn't get better for me. And this went on for 10 years. So we want to stop that if that's where you are, because I don't want you to go through that for that long. And perhaps you've already been in this position for a while. You're in the right place no matter what. We're going to make sure that you get out of it. So here's what mental anguish looks like in real life. You have a dream to make money from this invention, for example, and you haven't touched it in weeks. Or you want the body, but you can't even look at a vegetable. Or you want love, but every time someone gets close, you pull away. The questions become, how on earth am I ever going to get what I want? How is this ever going to actually work out for me? How can I actually hold the position of someone who can hold an empire, who can be the leader, who can have this love, who can be in a partnership and be open and vulnerable and let them in when I've been hurt before and I have all these trust issues and I've watched such dysfunction in my family growing up? How do I do this? How do I make this happen? Here's the truth that most people miss. You do not get results by forcing action from a spiraling mind. You get results by relaxing into safety first. Now, when you hear the word safety, you might roll your eyes. I certainly did, and that's why I was years in not getting what it is that I want. You need to get out of your head and root down into the embodiment piece. Remember, the manifestation formula is the 3 steps. You ask for what you want, immediately it's given. The second step is you embody. The third step is you receive. If you're not receiving, it's not because you're not asking. The asking part's something you do naturally. It's number 2, you haven't embodied. You're so far in your head, you're not even close to feeling safe in your body. This is where we learn how to be still in our minds, but still active in our life. Our minds are constantly chattering. It's constantly making up stuff. It's constantly making our life harder. What we need to understand is it's not on purpose it's doing this. It's been programmed to do this. That's our default program. Our default program is here to protect us. It's not something we need to get mad at or get rid of. We first just need to understand it. That's it. So when you first identify, this is the fear I'm having, this is the habit that I keep producing, this is the result I'm not getting, state the fact. That's it. You're not pretending everything's fine. You're not affirming over top of it like a robot. You are being real and saying, this is the reality of the situation. This is how I'm feeling. This is what I want. This is why I feel like I can't have it. That's simple, right? We're uncovering it. Then we're able to say, is any of this 100% accurate? Do we know for certain that all of these things are true? No, we don't know anything is true. We are so limited in what we understand about how the world works. We are so limited because we have the ability to see and experience only one thing at a time. So you're having this experience, I'm having this experience, but there are multiple other experiences going on around us. So we go to this restaurant, but there's a billion other restaurants we could be at tonight, and we're not there. We're only at the restaurant that we're experiencing. So that's our only reference point. That's our only experience. So to say, I know what it's like to go to a restaurant because I've been to one, I know exactly how it goes. You know nothing. There's a billion other restaurants that you could have gone to that you didn't go to. So you only know the experience of that specific moment in that specific time at that specific space. You honestly have such cognitive bias, but you buy into your experiences and you think, well, no, I know this to be true because it's what I've experienced. Humor yourself. Be gentle, but also be mindful. Yes, and you had that experience with the perspective that you had at that moment. And if you had a different perspective, like for example, if you had a really bad sleep and you had that experience versus you had a great sleep and you had that experience, you are going to interpret that experience differently. It all comes down to your mental wiring. You're not actually experiencing the reality that you're experiencing in your front of you. You're experiencing the reality that your mind has created about that experience in front of you. So you're never actually even experiencing reality. So you're not experiencing reality. You can only have one experience at a time, and you're waking up how it feels and what the meaning for that experience is in every single moment based off of how you feel in that moment. Your state creates your reality. You only know what you know with the concepts and the limitations of how you can know it. So I'm just entertaining you a little bit to broaden what you think you know. Let go of being so rigid. Let go of being like, I know everything. What if you just pretend like you don't? Just for a second, just for the duration of this video. Let's just pretend like you don't know anything. And you walk into your day every single day going, I get a brand new experience today. I wonder what I'm going to learn today. I wonder how I'm going to feel about that today. I didn't like olives yesterday. Try them today. Still don't like them. Good to know. But there's a time where I specifically did not like olives. They were gross. Now, I actually enjoy olives. I don't like too many, but I will eat one or two. Before, I wouldn't even touch it, okay? We're allowed to change. We do change, but we got to allow ourselves to change. Why am I going on this tangent? Because I need you to understand that how you think is so rigid, and your mental wiring needs to have a chance to explore, to change, to be awakened. So that's what we're doing here. When you come to this place where you have a mental spiral, understand I am so far in here. I am so up in my head. I'm so up in my clouded brain. How can I get out of my brain? How can I just turn it off? How can I be still in my mind and conscious in my body? How do I bring my attention down? That's where we come to breathing. That's where we start with tapping. That's where we can go for a walk. My personal favorite, and it took me some time to get here, was just to say to myself, relax. Now my default panicked when I said this, and it didn't like it at first at all. It wanted to scream and be like, wow, how can I relax when I don't know how this is going to work out? What I learned was to say, honey, to my mind, I always talk to my mind, I'm not trying to relax you. I'm just relaxing me as I watch you. Because I'm going to expand the threshold of pain that I can carry over you, and I'm not going to try and fix you. I'm just going to observe you. And I started just to witness it. And then I started to understand it. Okay, I'm panicking right now because I really care about this outcome. I'm not sure if it's going to unfold the way that I want to. Nothing's certain. What can I do to serve this moment better? How can I just present myself? How can I be here? How can I show up? How can I lead in a way that I feel good? I don't need to know the outcome. I can be safe not knowing how this is going to unfold right now. I can be safe not knowing the outcome. And when I started to really embody that, I would relax into my body and I would find safety and security in just being present, not caught up in future tripping or looking at the past and how it turned out before. We're all about becoming present. This does not mean that you're not taking action. That's the one thing I want to say loud and clear. Part of the formula with the step 2, so you step 1 you ask, step 2 you embody, step 3 you receive. Step 2 has that, I almost give you a finger. Step 2 is the embodiment piece where you are focusing on the embodiment, which has 4 of those steps in it, in sub-steps, I guess you want to say, sub-steps. You want to envision what it is that you want. Now you want to change your default so that you feel like it's safe to receive it. Then you want to take the inspired action that you develop once you've completed that default identity, and then you're going to see that it magically appears. You get to receive it. You naturally slid into step 3. So the inspired action will come. This is what I need you to understand. You're not alone in creating what it is that you're creating. The universe loves to spoil you and is set up so that you win. You are supposed to win here. You're supposed to get what it is that you want. There's nothing against you. There is literally nothing saying, we don't want you to win. It's all in your mental story. It's all your old default program. That's your only obstacle. That's your only monster. That's your only challenge. So you have to understand that the universe wants to help you. And it does by giving you inspired action, but you have to now relax and allow yourself to be inspired. This is such a powerful point, and the inspired action is not as difficult as you've been making it out to be, and it's not as drastic. So sometimes we want to write that book, right? And we're waiting for the impulse to write it. And we're like, well, I haven't got that impulse. No, allow yourself to sit down and be like, I love being guided. I'm guided all of the time. And take out your laptop and start saying that in your head. I love being guided. I am guided. And you will naturally see the words just come out. But you got to put yourself in a position where you can allow yourself to receive. Most of the time we don't. We're sabotaging with external efforts. We're binging, we're escaping, we're distracting, or we're just efforting so much because we're panicking so much, or we're so far in anxiety we do absolutely nothing and get mad at ourselves for doing that. This is the pattern that we want to interrupt because you are helped. You have guidance. So whatever it is that you want, the universe is literally orchestrating all of the past to make it happen and feeding you, here's what to do next, here's what to do next, here's what to do next. I heard you really wanted this, here's how to get it. Oh, you've wanted this for a while, here's how you get it. It's your GPS system the entire time, but you have not been following the directions because you've never been taught how. Don't get mad at yourself. It's just you haven't been able to rewire your default. No one taught you this. No one taught any of us this. That's why I'm here now, sharing it with you to make sure that you learn how to receive those impulses. Action doesn't come from pressure, it comes from alignment. Vibration first, always. Action later. Vibration, state, believe first, action later. You hear me? Vibration, action. Chill, receive action. Relax, it's coming. Vibration, state, always, 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 always first. That's when you'll start saying things like, everything always works out for me. I get clarity all the time. Every step I'm guided. I can't wait to see how this unfolds. This gets to be fun. Universe, show me how good it gets. You start saying these things, you start relaxing, feel yourself calm in your body, and then you're open to receive the next impulsive action. Hear what I'm saying? It takes practice. A part of your old default is going to come up and be like, but how? How do I know this is the right action to take? You need to build self-trust if that is your next question. It's a default program. You're not rooted in self-trust. That's where we got to work. Great. We got some insight. Work on building your self-trust, your self-belief, your radical self-confidence. That is a great place if that was your question. Next piece is to understand that your thoughts create your outcomes. Your thoughts create your reality. Your actions are just a byproduct. Your actions don't create the reality. Your thoughts start. It's all vibration. Study quantum physics if you're questioning this at all. So if you want a different outcome than what you're experiencing right now, you need a different default pattern. So it isn't about just having a good thought. It's having a good default foundation where you have the thought and then you don't sabotage it or second guess it or cut yourself off from taking the inspired action that you're getting. You hear me? It's a process. It's okay. You're not supposed to be good at it right away. You're just experimenting. So give yourself permission to have trial and error. Follow the impulse, see what happens. Trust yourself, see what happens. Build self-trust. That's the main thing that you need to do with your default program. That's the first thing. As soon as you build security in yourself, that was game changer for me and my finances, in my relationships, and in my health. Building security, that's your first step. And everything else will come so easily. Every time you try this, you're going to notice at the beginning that you're always going to spiral. And every time you let that spiral get out of control, you reinforce your old default pattern, which makes it even harder for you to change it. We need to start training your embodiment, your nervous system, in alignment with your mental program so that you don't stay stuck. Interrupt that spiral over and over, and with consistency, you will notice the shifts. Everything's working out for you. You get what it is that you want. Just work on your way that your mind is wired. Just work on that. When you notice that you're having a mental spiral, understand yourself. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. I make sense here, but this is my pattern and this is what I do when I don't feel certain. So instead of going, okay, I'm going to go change the action and go make something happen in the external world, we change yourselves. How are you going to handle yourself? How are you going to handle this moment of uncertainty? That's the work. Okay? That's the work. Come home to you. That's all you have to do. This is the case. And if I were to follow you around all day, and every time you had a negative thought, you started to spiral, and I threw a brick at you. It's a little dangerous, a little bit extreme. But you would stop letting yourself go back to your old default pattern so easily because you wouldn't want to get hit. I'm not following you around. I would never try to hurt you, but I do want you to be consciously aware. Be more mindful, be more destructive of your own mental default patterning so that we can interrupt that spiral, because we don't need to live like that anymore. We get to insert a new way of thinking, a new way of being, because you get what it is that you want with ease. The only reason it's not easy right now is because of the way that you've been trained. That's it. You get what it is that you want. You're amazing. I'm so proud of you for doing this work. It's not easy, but it's definitely worth it.